Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Psychic Soulwise Tarot and your Tarot of the Day with Pat. This is for April the 10th, 2020. That's Good Friday. I do hope you're all having a nice, relaxing day. I'm asking for 3 cards for morning, during the day, and see how the evening ends. I do have a website, www.101psychicsoulwisetarot.com, if any of you would like to purchase a reading. Now let me see what's coming in for the morning, please, for the 10th of April, which is Good Friday 2020, please. Let's see what we get. This is the boring bit, isn't it? Oh, right. Oh, found that one. Okay, it's definitely coming out. Now let's see. For the evening, please, how's the evening going to end? Okay. For a lot of us out there, it's change. It's sudden change. It can be a bit chaotic. It's the Tower. And this brings about change, so it's telling us that we have to go forward, so some of this might be change that we don't like because it's making us move forward. But once we've done that, we start to adapt and move forward. But the good thing about getting the Tower is that sometimes that change is enforced. It's like a lightning strike, something happens out of the blue that we don't really expect to happen. And it causes us to change our the way we're going or what it is that we're doing. We have to change, so something has to change. And this can be anything to do with a relationship, a house, a way of life. It can be a sudden change that causes us to stop in our tracks, and we have to stop and think about what we're going to do now, which way we're going to go. It's as if, and some for us, it's been an illumination. Something has happened out of the blue that we didn't expect that brought us here into the living world and take the rose tinted glasses off so that we can see exactly where we stand. The thing is, once we've got this Tower and we see this, we might be shocked when we first find out that there's something gone wrong, and it's been quite chaotic and it's caused a bit of stress and worry. But things have had to happen so that we're in a position where we have no choice but to move forward. And so that's, at least we know where we stand, and when we think about it, we know what we're going to be doing. We know which way we've got to go. And then for during the day, we've got the Two of Pentacles. And this is about bringing balance, and it's about financial balance as well as the emotional. And why I'm saying emotional as well, because they're taking me to the water here. And it's as if you've got to have a balance and to make it happy, in your financial life and your emotional life is what I'm saying there, because they're giving me the finances, but they're also taking me to the water, which is emotion. And it's as if, your ship's coming in, you've got your back turned to it, you can't see that right now. But it's there, it is coming in. You just need to have a little bit more balance so it can bring that happiness financially and emotionally, is what I'm seeing there. I can see that he's looking to the future. He's got his hand out waiting for this to come in. So he's waiting for his ship to come in, like his boat to come in, if you like. This one hasn't quite landed. He's got the first stage done. That's done. And he's got that firmly in his hand. But if you look at the other pentacle, which is the money, he's waiting for that to drop into his hand. It's a golden light. It's going to come. It's there. He's got to have more balance. It's bringing a balance back into play. His ship is coming in, although he can't see it yet. It's almost there, but it's not quite. It's still a little bit out of balance. So that rainbow will come. You can see the rainbow is coming over, and it will land in his hand. And this is saying that the ships are coming in. He's just got his back turned and he can't see that. And I can see that. See the dolphin just there. They're taking me to a little bit of communication. Will be a good way to help improve that coming a little bit faster. And I do feel that there's the moon in the background. If you look at the ship there in the background where it's coming in, I do feel it's coming to a completion, because it's the full moon. So when this balance is in, then it'll be complete. You'll have the the completeness, the happiness, the rainbow. It will bring that balance back in that you want. So it is coming in. This is your ships are coming in. It's just that you can't see it yet because you've got your back to it. But it is coming in, and it will bring more balance in and a little bit of communication. So you might need to find out a little bit more. Talk to someone who's got a little bit more insight or information, and that'll help to give you a better insight to when that's going to happen. So, and these changes would be enforced really to make you start thinking about bringing more balance and harmony back into the situation, whether that's in family life or your financial and emotional. It's got to do with the emotions wherever, even if it isn't financial. So there may have been some kind of chaotic or something unexpected that's caused you to have to balance the finances, but you will find a way of doing it because it is going forward. It is putting you in a position where you have to do changes and maybe balance the books, but your ship is coming in. It is going to be a happy time once you've got to that, because in comes the King of Cups after that. And the King of Cups is quite wise. That looks to me like Saturn. He's gone through a lot of hard times, this King of Cups. And I would say this is more like a Scorpio, to be honest, to me. The King of Cups, he can be a really loving person and a kind person, but he will get, if things don't go right for him, he'll just like leave it, he'll let go. He'd rather not cause any arguments. He'd rather be, you see this tower that's coming there, he'd rather like walk away from that kind of thing, the arguments like that, if he possibly could. But if he had to, he would deal with it and get it out the way, because he has learned a lot of emotional trauma as he's gone through life, as he's gone through his learning curve. And he's a very loving person, and he'd guide people, he'd give advice out, that kind of thing. But he would, rather than arguments or fighting, I mean, he would if he had to, but he's one that would rather like leave it and just try and bring a peaceful end to the night. So because this is the night time, so this is how it should end. And he'd rather not have those dark waters before he goes to bed. He'd rather be able to sleep than not. And he's more about love than he is. I see the cup of love. He's more about cups than he is, and the heart, than he is about the material. Financial things. He'd like the financial things, but not to the exclusion of everything else, if you know what I mean. He is a loving and gentle person inside. He just wants the peace. He will get argumentative if he has to, but he doesn't want to. But sometimes if you put in a position where you have to, and he needs to bring the balance back into life, because it could be on a financial aspect as well and the emotional, then it will happen, because the peaceful nature that this King of Cups wants to bring in. He is a kindly person, and he does want to have the peace at the end of the night, and he will find a way of bringing the balance back financially, because he will make sure that everybody's got what they want. He'd rather look after their needs than his own, really, to make sure everybody else is all right. A Pisces as well would do the same kind of thing. So these are the kind of energies that we'll be working with today, but it should end up on a peaceful note, because the King of Cups does like to go to bed on a peaceful note, and make sure everybody else is happy, really. So that's what I've got for today. Let's hope that that's been of some use. I do have a Facebook page called Soul to Soul Calling, where I do mediumship and tarot, and I do have a website. Like I said, if anybody's interested, it's www.101psychicsoulwisetarot.com. Just Google it. So hope this has been of some use, and don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my channel. It does help it to grow. Thank you very much. Bye.